Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Today and as in we, I mean my husband, is building my children's playset. My grandparents actually bought this playset about 20 years ago, and their youngest grandchild is now 16, so they don't really have a need for it, and they're tired of mowing around it. So we went over to their house and took it down and brought it home, and we are rebuilding it. Some of the pieces needed replaced, but a lot of it was still in good condition. The swings were a little bit crusty, so we got some new swings to put on it. And yeah, we're just trying to accumulate things for outside that our kids will enjoy or make them want to go outside more often. So if you haven't been around, we are participating in the 1,000 hours outside challenge, and actually this last week we hit over 100 hours, and it's getting to the time of year where our kids are spending like 8 hours a day outside. It's great. Like 2 days ago, we got up and ate breakfast, and it was like 70 degrees outside in the morning. And so we just took our kids outside, and my mom showed up to watch the kids, and they were already outside. So she let them play outside until lunchtime. She brought them in, fed them food, put them down for a nap. Once they woke up, they went back outside, and they just stayed outside for almost the whole day. So that's really, like, we should be racking up hours like nobody's business here before too long. It will be rainy during this, spring season, so it gets rainy, so they won't be able to go outside as much during the daytime. I don't see my mom taking the kids outside in the rain, but yeah, it is nice this time of year to be able to just send our kids outside and just let them play. So anyways, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy this kind of content, hit the like button, and leave me a comment down below if you try to get your kids outside as much as possible. So the 1,000 hours outside challenge, now that my kids are old enough, we try to get them outside as much as possible. And last year we did a pretty good job, I would say. We got a swimming pool, and that helped a lot. And anyways, our kids just spent quite a bit of time outside, but we didn't put a number to it. And so, our goal is this year to hit 1,000 hours outside. And I think we can do it. I think we can get them 1,000 hours outside. And so I just wanted to share some information about the benefits of playing outside, and, the benefits of getting your kids away from screens. I'm not saying you can't give your kids screen time. We definitely watch movies, and we don't have tablets or anything, and our kids don't play on the computer yet, but I'm not saying that keeping your kids away from technology is the way to go, because obviously they need to know how to use it. I mean, technology is necessary in today's life. Like, you're not going to find a job without using some kind of technology. So, but there are a lot of benefits to getting your kids outside during the daytime. So, studies show, this is from multiple articles, studies show that children spend on average 7 hours in front of screens and less than 1 hour outside with unstructured play. Like, that is insane to me. As a kid, I literally used to spend my entire day outside. My mom would send me outside, and then exactly like what we do with our kids, we would come inside for lunch, take naps, and then go back outside. We even did that in the wintertime. Like, my mom, we would just go sledding on our own. Like, we would go hiking in our pasture. We just spent so much time outside, and it is crazy to me that kids don't spend time outside now. Like, I don't know. And I know it's harder. I know it's harder living in towns, like living in large cities where you don't have a yard or you have to take your kid to the park and that requires you to physically take them to the park. Whereas, like, I just let my kids outside. I just open the door and say, go outside and play. And they go outside and play. We have a gigantic 2-acre yard, and our kids have free access to that area. My husband's outside a lot, and I'm able to stay inside and get the laundry done and the dishes done, and I can just check on them on occasion and make sure that they're okay. But it still just, it blows my mind that the amount of hours that they get in front of a TV is that much more than the hours that they spend outside. So, anyways, that's just something to consider. If you are not already doing it, I mean, it's kind of late in the year, but if you aren't already doing it, maybe you take on the challenge. Maybe you decide, like, hey, we're going to put a number to it. Start small. Maybe you don't start with, 1,000 hours. Maybe you just start with 500 hours. Or maybe your goal should be, let's get 100 hours in a month. Or maybe your goal is, let's get 50 hours in a month. Like, let's put a number to it. See if you can reach it. See if you can get your kids outside more. So, here are some of the benefits of getting your kids outside more. The first one is your children are less likely to need glasses. I actually didn't need glasses until I got into high school, and then the more I started using computers, the more drastically my eyesight decreased. Does that sound right? The more I needed glasses, I'm blind now. Not literally, but I cannot actually see things at a distance. Like, I can see what's right in front of me, and I can, if I'm not wearing glasses, I can read a book, but if I'm not wearing glasses, I cannot see across the room. I can see shapes, I can see colors, but I can't. If you're like, oh, hey, what's that sitting on top of the counter while I'm sitting in the living room, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what it is unless it was big enough that I could actually, like, make out what it is. So, from my own personal experience, the less time I started spending outside and the more time I started spending inside, the more I needed glasses. And I mean, it's become increasingly common. Like, more children nowadays have to wear glasses. And I really think that's probably just because of increased screen time. Yeah, I really do. Also, outdoor play helps ensure that your kids get enough sunlight, and that's really good for it's good for their brains. I mean, yeah, sunlight can cause skin cancer and stuff, so put sunscreen on your kids, but the sun is actually a natural source of vitamin D, which is really important for mental health. Like, it helps keep you healthy. It helps with bone growth. It helps absorb calcium. Vitamin D is so important in your health, and you just get that naturally from the sun. So spending time outside helps form your body more properly. It helps form your brain more properly. Vitamin D is so crucial. And sunlight. I don't know if you as a person, I have a hard time with seasonal depression, and that is because the lack of vitamin D. Like, for instance, my husband and I, we love Montana. It's Eastern Montana. Nope, just kidding. Western Montana is one of the, like, most beautiful places I've ever been in my whole life, and I would love to live there. However, I am fully aware that the percentage of sunshine days is less than 50%, and I cannot do it. I cannot have less than 50% sunshine days. It would be too taxing on my mental health. The second the sun starts coming out here, I'm immediately in a better mood. I'm immediately in, like, I'm going to get stuff done. I've got all these ambitions. Whereas during the winter months, I struggle a lot more with motivation, with mental health. sunlight is so beneficial to your health, and getting outside is the best way to get that sunlight. Children who spend more time outside are less likely to be obese. They get more physical activity, and they just get more vigorous exercise from spending time outside. I will link all of the articles down below where I got this information. I'm not gonna, this is across 4 or 5 articles. Most of them are saying the same thing, so I'm not gonna reference each individual one, but I will link all the articles down below if you guys want to read them. They're great articles, and like I said, they all pretty well say the same thing. I mean, they do, and so it's, you can see it across multiple. This isn't just one person saying you need to get outside. It's everyone, all the doctors, all the parenting websites. Getting kids outside is so crucial. Getting yourself outside. Let me put that on there. Getting yourself outside is extremely beneficial to your health. By getting your kids outside more frequently and getting them getting them that outdoor exercise, they're more likely to develop athletic abilities. They're gonna be able to run and jump and climb faster than other kids. Those who don't get outside will be set back with, not having had as long of running and jumping, and they're going to not have the same athletic abilities as people who go outside, children who go outside. Playing in the dirt can increase your children's mental health. There's microbacteria in dirt that has shown to be beneficial to reduce stress, depression, and anxiety. And it's also shown that over time, it actually decreases the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. So I will link that article down below. I've read numerous articles about this, and I buy it. I buy it 100%. Getting outside, gardening, getting your hands on the dirt is great for your mental health. And you can tell the difference in my husband in particular. The second he's able to start gardening, his mood really lightens up. He definitely has seasonal depression too. And once he's able to get outside and get his hands in the dirt, his mood changes. It's just so much better. So yeah, kids who play in the dirt, they have better immune systems. They have higher mental health. I don't know if that's the right way to put that. Better mental health, I guess. And it's extremely beneficial. Playing outside increases your children's physical development. It increases fine motor skills, gross motor skills. As I mentioned before, it decreases the risk of obesity, and it also increases muscle strength. Other benefits include reduced behavioral problems, increased social skills, teaching children to respect and protect the environment, and take care of the environment, because without the environment, we cannot live. You cannot live without an environment. Like, if there's no trees, if there's no grass, if there's nothing living, we don't live. We don't live without other things living. And so your children will learn to protect those things. It also encourages your kids to calculate risk, and by that, like, is doing this thing going to hurt me? Is doing this thing going to how will cause and affect situations? And it just helps them cognitively process risk by getting them outside. One of these articles actually does state that being outdoors by itself does not decrease obesity, like I stated earlier, but it is a good step in the right direction. One of the other articles that I have does specifically say getting your kids outside more frequently decreases their BMI and decreases the risk of obesity. So there's mixed opinions about that, but I would say, getting your kids outside and running and playing probably decreases their risk of obesity. But another thing you have to consider into that is diet. So take that for what you will. Also, one of the articles I'm going to link down below is actually the benefits of walking barefoot. I just found this really interesting in my research and finding, what are all the benefits of playing outside. And so I'm just going to read you what this article says. This is from pulse.ng. And this wasn't the only one, but this one was the only one that gave it like as bullets, like it does this, it does this, it does this, it does this. So anyways, the benefits of walking barefoot: it helps control insomnia, which is, I find very interesting. As someone who has previously struggled with insomnia, I find that very interesting that it decreases insomnia, because I used to go everywhere barefoot as a child. And then the older I got and the more I started wearing shoes, the more I started having sleep problems. Now I have 2 children that don't sleep, so I can just lay down and pass out at any point in time, and do not have an issue falling asleep anymore, but I don't get to sleep through the night anymore. So I think that probably plays a role in it. It also controls your blood pressure, which I think is interesting. It boosts your energy level. It can help reduce chronic pain, which I don't know how I feel about that one. I think it probably depends on where your pain is at, because if your pain is originating in your feet and you have flat feet and you're walking barefoot, I feel like that would not help chronic pain that's caused by your feet, but I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. And then it also can help improve your overall posture, which I actually paid attention to this in the last couple of weeks after I read this article, and yeah, I would buy it. I feel like whenever I'm walking around barefoot outside, my posture is much better. I have terrible posture. My mom hates my posture, but yeah, it improves your posture, and I'd buy it. I'd buy that one. And those are all the benefits of that one specifically listed. I'll link that article down below. It's an article from 2021. So if you're interested, you can check it out. Something else I forgot, I just hadn't clicked on this article yet. Playing outside increases sensory skills, or improves sensory skills, and increases attention spans. So children who are suffering with ADHD or sensory processing disorder, I think they could really benefit from playing outside. Also, might I add that whenever my children spend a whole day outside, they are ready for bed. They just go to sleep, and I don't have to fight with them. Whereas on days whenever it's cold and rainy and they've been inside all day, it takes them quite a bit longer to fall asleep. So, as a parent, those 2 items I find extremely beneficial. Before, and when I first had children, I didn't think I would care as much about getting my kids outside as I do. And as a parent who works, as a parent who has a spouse that works, and our kids are in childcare, and we are unable to control the amount of time that they get outside during the daytime, we try our hardest to get our kids outside as much as possible. Some days I will come home and we'll just heat up leftovers immediately and then send our kids outside. Like, just so they can get a couple of hours after dinner before bedtime outside. And before I was a parent, whenever our kids were very young, I didn't think it was going to be as difficult as it is to get them outside. I didn't think that I would care as much about intentionally trying to get them outside, but really the benefits of getting your kids outside and playing greatly outweighs any of the costs. Even if it means that I have to go outside and watch my kids, even if it means that I have to go outside and play with my kids, I would do it. We probably wouldn't get as many hours just because I work full time. I have a full time job, and I also have 2 part time jobs, and I, I have to do my work, and I also have to clean my house and do my laundry. And so I can't always get outside as much. Also, I cannot imagine being a single parent and then, like trying to get the kids outside and trying to get my house clean. Oh, that sounds terrible. So, shout out to all you single parents out there. I feel ya, even though I don't personally have to deal with it. I understand because it's difficult. Luckily, I have a really good partner who participates fully in helping take care of our kids, helping to get them outside, helping to get them dressed in the morning. I mean, he does really, it's really a teamwork over here. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right. I think I've talked for long enough. I'm going to play a little bit of music. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button if you enjoy this kind of content. And be sure to leave me a comment down below if you too are working on getting your kids outside more. if you haven't already figured it out, spending time outside is extremely beneficial, and I am very passionate about it. Like I said before, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, like this video if you enjoy this kind of content, and leave me a comment down below if you're trying to get your kids outside more frequently. I know this was kind of a ramble of me telling you all the benefits of getting outside, but really I just wanted to share the information with you because while I might find something as common knowledge, other people may not know the actual benefits of getting outside, which I wouldn't say all of those benefits are common knowledge, but I would say a fair few of them are common knowledge. So anyways, I hope this benefited you in some sort of way. This is all I have for you guys this weekend. I hope you have an awesome Sunday, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, y'all.